In the criminal justice system, the people,
pimps, addicts, thieves, bums, winos, girls who can't keep an address, and men who don't care,
are represented by two separate yet equally important groups.
A cop, a flatfoot, a bull, a dick, John Law. You're the fuzz, the heat, you're poison, you're trouble, you're bad news.
These are their stories.
The world of Marjorie Taylor Greene, filled with things that have very little to do with governing, very little to do with some kind of governing philosophy, more to do with building her brand and making it rich. And so in the second category, you'll find this story. Congressperson Marjorie Taylor Greene's latest stock splurge may pose a second conflict of interest. She has invested in cybersecurity tech despite the fact that she's serving on a House subcommittee dedicated to oversight and accountability within the technology industry.
Oops.
She made 6 purchases of CrowdStrike Holdings. Those total between $6,000 and $90,000. She made those 6 purchases on June 24th. CrowdStrike, of course, is helping the Department of Defense manage their cyber security operations. So that could inappropriately link Marjorie Taylor Greene to that contract. And purchasing stocks from a cybersecurity company could potentially cause a conflict of interest because of her position on the House Committee on Oversight and Accountability. And she specifically works on accountability and oversight on the subcommittee on cybersecurity. Okay, so she is directly involved with the organization that she's supposedly buying into. This is at least the second time this year that she has been tied to technology trades that pose questions of conflicts of interest. She was invested up to $15,000, according to documents, that is to say, disclosure documents she needs to file, in tech Goliath Microsoft back in May. She also purchased up to $15,000 of Qualcomm stock, which is a federal defense contractor again. This while she was serving on the Homeland Security Committee and the Subcommittee on Border Security and Enforcement. Her latest purchase also includes the alt, is it, what are they, it's Lululemon. It's the leisure wear stuff, right?
Lululemon?
Lululemon, sorry, yeah. What did I say, Lululemon? Yeah.
That sounds very French and fancy.
Yeah, Lululemon. Thank you. It's Lululemon. Well, Lululemon, isn't it like yoga stuff? And what's that?
Lululemon.
Lululemon?
Yeah.
Well, what is Lululemon? Lululemon is like yoga stuff and leisure wear.
Yeah,
right?
it's they call it athleisure, right? So
athleisure.
It's very $100 leggings is what they sell there. $100 leggings, tennis skirts, jogging jackets, you know.
Anyway, she bought that too. A bipartisan group of senators introduced the Ethics Act, as you're aware, last week, to ban members of Congress and their partners and dependents from trading individual stocks. There also have been similar efforts to add teeth to restrictions on congressional stock trading. They have repeatedly failed those efforts. And I will also remind you that if you're a journalist working at CNBC, let's say, or you're working at the Washington Post or New York Times and you're writing about business, they make you divest from any holdings, or you have to put everything in a blind trust. But when you're a congressperson, you don't have to. And you can do as Marjorie Taylor Greene has. You can invest in the very companies that you're there to oversee to regulate.
Because didn't they just pass a law?
No, they introduced the law, as I said, the Ethics Act.
Yeah.
That was introduced last week, but it has not passed. In fact, I think
So she's got to buy all of her stock before it goes through. So you see,
I don't think it will go through, but you're right. She, she ain't slowing down.
Mm-mm.
Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, House Oversight Chair James Comer launching a new investigation into the Biden administration, because that's what they do. They are looking now at a shadow government, they say, that's being handled by 3 Biden staffers. Comer has subpoenaed 3 White House staffers: Jill Biden aide Anthony Bernal, Deputy Chief Annie Tomasini, and Senior Advisor Ashley Williams. Comer wants them to testify before his committee. He claims that these 3 aides are the ones that are really running the country as a triumvirate shadow government. I mean, these guys just don't pass legislation anymore. They don't worry about the things that they say they're going to worry about. Instead, he's trying to build a scandal around this. And he says that he expects Donald Trump's next attorney general to prosecute these people criminally, along with Hunter Biden, Merrick Garland, and other members of the Biden administration. So this is the rancor that continues to populate a lot of the talk on the right. And Comer is just he's a henchman for these hatchet jobs that they're doing over and over. And so that's the latest, that it's a shadow government that has been running the country and will be running the country. Kim had the story, but I wanted to reiterate the fact that Costco, one of the most exclusive clubs you can be a part of as an American, the hot dogs are still $1.50, but the membership, they're raising the fees from $5 to $65. That'll be in the U.S. and Canada. So don't think you can go to Canada and get a better deal. You can't.
Wait, what are the fees?
$65 a year.
Okay, up from what, $60?
They're raising it by $5. I think it's $60 a year now. I'm sorry. Right. And if I said from $5, they're raising it by $5. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So it's going to cost you $65 a year in the U.S. and Canada. First time in 7 years that they've raised their membership fees. But there's also the executive membership. That's going up also by $10 to $130 a year. But you'll be able to win award points and gain all of that stuff.
You get to go in early if you have the executive membership.
Oh.
We had it for 1 year, and you could go in. I think they open it either an hour or a half an hour early. And on days when like everyone and their brother is going to Costco, it's really great because you go in and there's not that many people there. But it wasn't sustainable, that price.
Yeah. I pay premiums to avoid crowds. Yeah, I really do. Well,
then you want the executive membership.
Yeah, so I think I'm an executive membership. But anyway, this is happening at the same time as, that a lot of the live streaming companies where we are streaming shows when we're not at Costco, they're raising their prices also. So can't get a break right now. I know Donald Trump will make it all better, right? Yeah, that's going to be a top priority. First, we're going to indict everybody, and we're going to go after all my political enemies. And then we're going to get that cost of membership at Costco and at Netflix. We'll get that down. Now, finally, in the world of Costco and Target, I think Kim may have mentioned this to you in a newscast, but I wanted to, again, underscore it. No more personal checks at Target.
That's it.
Now, the good news is you don't need to wait in line behind somebody who's writing a personal check. That's the really good news. No personal checks from shoppers. That, as of today, it is done.
Good day, sir. Moving,
exactly.
Do you write checks anymore even?
No. They want to go cashless, of course. The governments of the world, so they can control us. But it is indeed the case now that fewer and fewer people are writing checks.
Yeah.
You do find it occasionally at the supermarket, but you won't find it at Target any longer. That is law and disorder for today.
Tune in again next time for more Law and Disorder on The Mark Thompson Show.
All right, that's it. Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out there.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.